Let's do this.
Welcome back to Dacha-Land. We got a good one today.
We do.
So our friend Chris Arutia from Vortex Edge gave us this Vortex Defender ST enclosed micro red dot. We're going to put it through the ringer. We're very excited about it. Carlos, what do we know about this?
Well, we know that Vortex says this thing is tough, adaptable, ready for anything. And guess what? DLR is going to put it through everything here. We're going to run this thing over. We're going to throw it in the air. The good thing about this thing, it comes with its own optics plate. It comes with its own screws. Now, it's DPP. Not everybody has that plate, so they include it, which is a nice thing. It saves you a little bit of money.
I think the plate is for Glock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's a Glock plate with DPP. So this is a 3 MOA all the way up to 30 MOA. Now, the battery with solar lasts 150,000 hours. So,
but if you're running it strictly at night, it's a 50,000 hour battery.
Correct. So I think this thing will hold up. I mean, comes fully enclosed, ready to go. So I think when you see what we do to this thing, if it survives, you're going to want to pick one up. Okay?
I agree.
And we got to give a shout out to our sponsor, Hop. They provide the bullets so we can do the test for you.
So now we're going to just simply reconfirm 0 at 12 yards. We have a marked spot. So before we start torture of this Vortex Defender ST, we're going to make sure it's nicely zeroed. 5 shots, nothing too major. It's definitely zeroed. Slightly shot to the right, but we're not gonna mess around with adjusting anything. So I mean, that's easily under an inch. So I was aiming right here, so it's slightly shot to the right, but it's good enough. Let's see if it's gonna hold 0 after we really torture it more and more. Let's do it.
As you can see, it's clear, safe, no rounds in the chamber. So I'm gonna close it and commence the torture test. We're gonna load it in the holster. So you've always been at these competitions where you try to quick draw. And oh my God, you drop your gun. And you think, okay, no broken glass. But how many people do this? 15 feet in the air and you drop your gun. We're gonna go over here to the table. So I have staple marks in the wood. So we're not playing around here. Look, boom, boom. Now Vadim's gonna shoot this thing and see if it maintains its 0.
Definitely scuffed up. You could probably notice took some beating. The glass is nice and clear. No cracks, but I wouldn't expect any cracks at this point. I'm not sure about the solar system. It's definitely dirtied up, but we'll see how it shoots and if it held 0. My aim point is the same. I'm not changing the shots. The Glock might have taken a beating. It didn't feed the last round. Nice lock back, empty. And as you could see, I mean, it held 0 perfectly. The fact that it slightly opened up, maybe to 1.5 inches, that just me, has nothing to do with the Glock or the Optic.
There we go.
So we know no torture test is complete without using Mr. Rock here. And it's usually my Glock that's being tossed, so I'm taking great pleasure in dropping Carlos's Glock on this rock right now. Again, empty, no mag. Closing the slide, starting at this height, making sure it falls optic first. A few times. And then why not get up and use a higher drop spot. What do you guys think? Is that enough? So I can feel some metal right here. Solar is definitely scuffed up. Glass is clean, no breaks, and the dot is nice clear. Let's see how it does.
You know, it's always heart-wrenching watching the Glock be dropped straight on a rock. I'm not sure if the sound is there, but you hear the sound amplified hitting the rock. So I'm really interested to see if it held zero. Let's see. So not sure if it was me or if it actually shifted. Now testing to make sure it's nicely tight. It's still tight. But as you saw, the 4 shots kind of deviated a little bit to the left and low. So I wasn't sure if it's the optic or if it's me. So I'm going to take 5 more shots, this time aiming to the head, just to confirm. And that's going to be my reference point that it didn't shift. Right, one more time.
A few minutes later.
So once we did the rock drop, we did notice, because first I wasn't sure why it was printing that low, and of course the first blame is the optic. Okay, it deviated, it shifted. No, we later noticed that the plate itself has bended from the rock drop. So now another note, it's Vortex plate, Vortex screws, everything is Vortex, so their plate might be the weak point. So just kind of keep that in mind, that the plate could bend. So I'm gonna reconfirm the 0, even though it shifted, but at least with the bent plate, to see if it held 0. So as far as keeping a tight grouping is not an issue. However, yes, because that plate is bent, that was my aim point, the high point, all 5 shots under an inch in a small group. So optic is great, held 0 just fine. It seems like the plate now is the weak point, but we're gonna test it more. We're gonna dump it in water and do all the other fun torture testing to it. And also off the camera, we've been really stress testing more and more. We're racking it, we're hitting the wood with it, so we're definitely beating up this optic way more than normally you would find under normal circumstances.
We're going to see if this enclosed emitter stayed enclosed through all the torture tests we did today. Here we go. Bottoms up. Still sealed. Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Here we go again. Let's dump it.
Any spotting?
No. Very clear. Very clear. Wow. I thought surely the solar would give way and allow water in.
Amazing. One thing to mention, I actually had to put the brightness down because it's super bright, which is a great sign on the beautiful sunny day. Sometimes you want that brightness a little bit more. On a darker day, a little less, but it's very nice and crisp. The dot, the glass is clear, there's nothing inside. So let's see. Another 5 shots. I did pull on my very last shot. So this was 4 shots, all literally in the same spot, and 1 that I pulled. But after re-zeroing, it's holding 0 like a champ. Everyone knows I'm not a Glock guy. However, once you get used to the trigger, and it's a very predictable trigger. That's one thing about it. This is the second Glock that we're testing, and no matter how much we beat it up, all the other stuff gets damaged, whether it's, you know, the plates or the optics or anything, even though this optic is holding up very well. But the Glock holding strong and phenomenal. So we're gonna continue doing the ultimate test.
So we made it to our ultimate and signature test. Not every optic is made to survive this. We got a 9,000 pound truck, we got a 2x4, and we're gonna see how this Vortex holds up to 9,000 pounds. Just got ran over. As you can see, scratches everywhere from all the testing. No cracks in the glass. Dot's still nice and bright, but did it hold 0? After getting it ran over, we noticed that the gap in the plate to the slide actually got smaller. However, there's now a bigger gap between the optic itself and the plate. So let's see how this is going to impact our accuracy. We're at this point looking more for consistency because of this plate issue. We'll do another 5 rounds and let's find out.
I think the plate has a lot to do with it. Now I did rush, however, you saw that was my original aim point. I mean,
That's a huge drop.
About 5-6 inches low and slightly to the right. I'm gonna reconfirm. So I quickly just did 3 full rotation, 360 rotations to get that red dot higher, just because there's such a big gap, about 6-inch gap. Just wanna get it as high as possible, and also moved it half a rotation to the left. We'll see if it's close enough. I'm just looking for a grouping at this point. That was my aim point. So 5 shots all over here. So definitely, like I said, you saw the big difference in the optic shifting. Once again, can't blame the optic. It's the plate, but once again, it's plate that's provided by Vortex. I'm not sure if there's aftermarket options out there, or to get it maybe mounted directly to the frame is another, to the slide is another option, but something to consider. So we're gonna try to mess around with it a little bit more just to see if we could fix this problem and make sure that optic still performs.
There's a lot to like. What did you like about it?
The number one thing I liked about this is made in the USA. Okay. Number 2, it has those fast rack dots on it. So you saw us, you can rack this thing on anything and not damage it. It also has a side mount battery, so you don't have to take it off, re-zero. You put it back in. Now, 10-minute auto shut off, so you save that battery, but it also has the solar on top. It gives you the 150,000 hours of battery time. So there's a lot of positive. It's motion activated. And this thing has a clear glass. I mean, and it's enclosed. So you're not going to get any dust in there. It's not going to be any lint for those people who don't clean their guns or they keep them in a holster all the time. So I think there's a lot of positives to it. And I think I would bet my life on this optic.
I also liked the multi-reticle feature. When we had the circle and the dot, it was very easy to pick up, but for more finer and accurate work, putting on just a 3 MOA, easy peasy.
What didn't you like about it, though? Tell us what you didn't like.
So you saw when we were testing the drop, we dropped it on a rock, and we started noticing that the plate that comes with it was lifting up from the slide a little bit, and that caused it to lose the zero. However, in that condition that it was in, we re-zeroed it, and it held zero. But then, when we ran it over, the plate corrected back down to the slide, but the gap between the optic itself and the plate started developing, which also caused a slight shift in the zero. With that said, the optic itself did not lose zero at any point.
I think it maintained at least a 2-inch grouping, no matter if it lost zero by a few inches or where it hit. But when it imprinted, it still maintained a 2 inches of accuracy.
Agreed. With that said, you said you would put your life on it.
I would.
I think that's easy. However, I would want to maybe look at another plate to ensure fitment and make sure it's rugged on there and sturdy, or put it on a gun that is natively DDP or DPP, I mean.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you got to keep in mind what we did to this optic. Most people are not going to encounter this unless you're doing operations in Afghanistan somewhere where you go drop it off of a mountain. This stuff is not going to happen.
Have a tank run over it.
Have a tank run over it. So everyday use, safety, security, everyday carry, I think this is the one for you, because there's no way you're going to do what we did to this thing in the field. And like it says in the back here, ready for anything. Vortex.